with it being senior day, just the emotions heading into this weekend, what will it be to kind of go down the hill one last time?
Obviously surreal. I mean, time's flew by and it's gone by fast, and haven't really been thinking about it a ton, I guess. But I think, as the moment gets, closer, and obviously it'll just be thinking about it a lot more, and just the impact that, this place has had on me, and that stadium has had on me, and so many great memories. So crazy I only get one more, but excited for it, and I'm excited that I get another shot in there. So.
What has this place yesterday that Streeter showed us art? Go ahead.
What has this place meant to you over these 4 years of your college life?
Oh man, it's been such a blessing. I dreamed of coming to Clemson when I was in high school, and saw it as a out of reach offer. Whenever I did end up getting the offer, I committed on the spot, and I knew that God had a great plan for the next few years, and He has been so good over the last few years, and it's been such a blessing. And just the people that He's put over in my life, and just the people that have been able to pour into me, and I've been able to pour into other people, and just been able to live life together with my teammates and these coaches, and just community, and it's been such a blessing, and just so thankful for this place. It's awesome. So.
Does it seem like just yesterday that Coach Streeter and Swinney straight up at your playoff game and took the photo, down there in the end zone?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely gone by fast, but I think that I've learned how to enjoy every single day and be grateful for every day, and I'll get to leave here with no regrets because of that. So it's definitely gone by fast, but I've learned to enjoy every day and be grateful for it, and it's been awesome.
You still have 3 more games, but is there one memory that stands out to you that, when you look back in 20 years, you'll go, that was the best?
There's been a lot of awesome ones. I mean, I don't know if I can put my finger on one, but, so many. I mean, it's the games, and it's, winning championships, and enjoying all those, but it's also just, the bus rides and all that. Those are, really what are fun and what you're going to miss. So I think just so many little moments that you might take for granted in your early years, and you start really cherishing once you realize your time is almost up. So just enjoying all those little moments that I got left. Yeah.
I guess you obviously had the ankle, and then you had, I think, the quad. I mean, how much healthier do you feel kind of coming into these last couple games of the regular season?
Yeah, just continue to get better every day. Just continue to get better. Obviously, I'm getting better, which is good, and I'm making progress, and working my butt off to get better every single day, and just continually getting better. Yeah, I mean, I would say the best I've felt in a while. So, especially this past game, and right now. So, it's fun to see yourself get better, and get healthier. So, still fighting to get to 100%, and but I'm feeling really good. Best I've felt in a while. So.
Any questions for Cade virtually? Nope. Anybody else in the room?
Did you see Brayden Jacobs, his injury on this past Saturday? Did you see how it happened?
I did not see how it happened. No, I didn't. I did not see it when it happened. No.
You guys have, I guess, multiple different starting offensive line combinations throughout the season. How difficult is that for you as a quarterback, just with there's so many different moving pieces throughout the season?
I think from an outside view, you'd think it's a lot harder from my perspective, but I really step on the field, and I'm in a lot of communication with Ryan. So Ryan's been there every single play, and obviously we've rotated some tackles, left tackle and guards and stuff, but I haven't taken the field one time and been worried about who was in there. I got full trust in 8 or 9 guys that we've had in there, and I really don't take the field and sometimes even look to see who the other guys in there, because I got full trust, and whoever's in there is going to get the job done. So it hasn't worried me one time, and I really haven't even thought much about it in terms of who's in there and who's getting subbed out, because they all have been killing it and done a great job, and whoever's in there. And that's what's been great about this year is obviously, a few guys have been banged up at different times, but just the depth that we have and being able to step on the field with confidence, and the 5 guys that are in there are going to get their job done. So that's been awesome.
You've kind of talked about this before, just obviously Coach Swinney never being someone who pushes anyone out the door, and other programs might not be like that. And he said yesterday, obviously it's still till graduation do we part here. I mean, how meaningful is that to players in the building, that's kind of the approach?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's just a place that not many people want to leave. First of all, everybody loves it here and everybody enjoys it. They love coming to work every day. They love coming to practice, and they love it here. And the stats kind of tell it for themselves and prove that in terms of the guys leaving. But I think that does start with Coach Swinney and the way that he treats us, and his love for us and the way that he cares for his players. And his main priority is graduation. So when he signs you, he's planning on you graduating, and that's what his mindset is. And then he's going to push you to be a great player and go win a championship as well. So, but to just have that, I guess, security and just have a coach that truly cares for it is awesome.
Talk about security, but how does that not border on complacency then, I guess? How does he push you guys?
He tells you the truth, and sometimes guys can't handle that. If you need to get better at something, he's going to tell you straight up, and he's not afraid to. And that's what you want. I was talking to somebody about the other day, somebody's asking me, how do I handle, tough coaching? And I want a coach that's going to coach me hard, because if they're not, that means that they don't care about how good I can be, and that means they don't love me as a player and who I can be and how good I can be. If they're just complacent and let the senior quarterback just do his own thing and be quiet and coach the younger guys, I took on the approach of this year. It's I want to be coached harder this year than I have the past 3 years. So. That's what I feel like they've done, and I want to be coached hard, and he does coach us hard, and Coach Riley does, and Coach Swinney, and they push us in ways that you're not necessarily sometimes going to like him because he's coaching you hard, and that doesn't always come off as a great thing. But at the end of the day, you appreciate that. Maybe a few days later, you appreciate that. Hey, he's coaching me hard, and it's not personal. It's just business to make sure that you can be the best you can be. And I love Coach Swinney for that. And but he's not afraid to tell you the truth and how you need to get better. And I've always really appreciated that.
Is there any examples that come to mind of just really blunt things he told you, either in terms of how you got to get better or?
Yes, but I'll probably just keep those between us.
I know we've asked you about the last game here. At some point Saturday, though, you'll come off the field for the last time. What do you think is going to be going through your mind when you realize you'll never, play on that surface as a Clemson player again?
Oh man, I think just a lot of joy, just a lot of gratefulness, and I think a combination of those two, and probably some emotions too. Just looking around at the guys that I've been able to play with the past 4 years, and but I'm not really going to plan any emotions. I'm just going to kind of let it happen. So, yeah.
Garrett Riley's been with you over these past 3 years that you've been a starter. Just what has he meant to you on and off the field, and just how has he kind of helped you grow as a quarterback?
Yeah, Coach Riley's been one of my favorite coaches I've ever had, and as a person and as a coordinator and as a quarterback coach, and I've never been around somebody that in the midst of the chaos, in the craziness, in the moment, of somebody to just be, in total, just cool, calm, and collected, and to have that at his position for me and for our offense has just been so special and so important. And to just be able to come to the sideline and have a sense of, calmness almost, and almost like he's been in every moment before, just brings everybody, lets everybody able to just kind of catch their breath. and it's just really special to be able to have a coach like that. And but just what he means to us, and it's so fun to come to work every single day and just get better and be coached by him. And it's a fun room, man. We got a really fun room, and I'm gonna miss it. And but I think just continuing to play for him and play for the guys in the room is really important for me. So.
Just speaking of another senior, I know after the game you're going to list Adam Randall's one of the toughest people you've ever been around. Like, what stands out when you think about that toughness?
Just looking at his career, I think I've lived all of it with him, and I haven't worn his shoes, but I've kind of seen him, and just came in and balled out in the spring, and this dude's going to start week 1, we're all thinking. I just bang injury, came back and, didn't really fulfill that idea that I think that he had because of this injury his freshman year. And then I think just being able to deal with that mentally is always hard. And that's a tough spot, especially when you're injured. You feel almost like you're not quite a part of the team as much. You are, but you're not quite in the fire as much, and you're not really in it. And I think just to be in that position and for the first 3 years, just battling injuries and just confidence, and to see him just push through all of that. It would have been really easy for him to just coast through one more year and just cruise out of here or leave last year. And for him to just anchor down and just his mindset just shift and be like, let's go be the best that I can be. And he's one of the best players we have on this team. And it's just been really cool. It's been really inspirational to a lot of guys, and just a lot of young guys and a lot of guys that might have dealt with injuries or whatever. So just for everybody kind of in the facility, just the way that we've seen him just push through and work through all of the, pain physically, but just the pain of maybe not getting the success you want early on that you were expecting for yourself. And he's killing it, and it's just been really cool. It's been really cool to see. Yeah, he's just a fighter, dude. He's just a fighter. I mean, he's up here, with me probably till about 10:30 every night, just in the running back room watching film by himself, and nobody else knows that. He probably wouldn't even want me to say that because he doesn't want credit for that. But who knows how many games left he has and we have together, and he's just continually giving everything that he has, and that's just really cool to see.
Anybody else for Cade? All right, Cade.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.